Hi, my name is Kevin and I live in Maine.
Hi, I'm Jerry and I live in Wisconsin.
And Jerry, what are we talking about today?
Well, we're talking about primitive irons.
And especially those that rattle. Jerry, you have a lot of these. I count 60 or more. Where did these all come from?
Well, they came from my second wife, Pat, decided that she wanted to get into collecting primitive type irons, and so we started eyeballing the collections that were up for auction or at flea markets and so forth, and this is what we ended up with. None of them have markings on them.
Yes, they're all wrought. They come in various shapes and sizes. Again, made by individual blacksmiths, so we don't know who made these. We don't necessarily know when or where these are made. They're all unmarked. So we talked about blacksmith irons with Eugene Katzman in our 66th video. These, again, are all made by blacksmiths, and as Eugene Katzman said, the early ones had the metal imported from England, and it was very expensive, and so the very early ones have a very thin bottom plate, and they also have quite a pattern on the top. It's part of the construction of these.
They came to us in various forms of condition, and some of them were very, very rusty and worn when we got them, and we did a lot of cleaning on some of them, but they're in very nice condition now.
So we are interpreting these to be a bit later, maybe mid-1800s, based on the base being thicker and having less texture.
And this one is forge welded.
And this one, the base has been imprinted, divoted. The handle already made hard has been pushed into that, and then that has been, as a unit, quenched, and that has made the handle and the base a single unit. And what's interesting about these is while they all seem to be alike, there is considerable variation. This one is flat at the back.
That one's flat at the back. This one's round at the back. This one is pointed at the front and flat at the back and very tall. And to my knowledge, that this is the smallest one known to me that has a bell in it.
There's a lot of questions about these. One of the big questions is exactly where do these come from? We get these at auctions. We don't know their history. Of course, they're not marked.
Well, my thoughts are that they were probably from the southern states, possibly rolling over into Texas, but I really don't know, having acquired the major portion of them from auctions and flea markets.
Sometimes in the north too, right?
In the north, yes.
Right. The ages of these things, again, sometime in the late 1700s to probably sometime late in the 1800s, right?
Yes.
This is a really interesting group. It's not a much collected group because most of the iron collecting community is collecting cast irons, which have patent dates and have company names. And for these, there is very little known about them. But we will be saying more about some of the other irons. I really like the rattle on this iron. And thank you. Keep watching these videos. And as always, give us a thumbs up.